Hello, friends. So things I did without you. I looked at these. These are so amazing. And I think I'm going to put this on the binding. Maybe like up here. These are where we use the Nuvo Crystal Glaze to, so my biggest goal with this journal is to use a lot of different mediums and then to have a lot of different textures and feelings as you go through it. And then I had my little project tray. I used my vintage photo archival and I cut out all the pieces of stuff that we're going to use. So there's more stuff to use. And then I went through and I cut out everybody that's going to be a background. I did all kinds of, like, I put a frame around her. I cut this out from the freebies and put it on her. And she's going to go in there. But I didn't want to start gluing things down until I got the cover done, because then I would have like weird front and back cover pieces that weren't glued down. I like to get something finished. We're going to do the cover today. All right, and then we can get rid of our paper clips. Hold on, I have to go turn the air down. It is hot. My son and I share this, this is a spare bedroom, and he probably was blissfully happy at 75, but I am not. Okay. So I have a couple of different kinds of fabric that I have bought over the years. And this goes back to, we're going to use stuff. So this feels really good. This is Tim Holtz. This has kind of a, let's see, what size would this be? Will it fit? Not quite half, but we could do a layer of fabric tape, right? I don't think this is the front cover. I'll show you in a bit. So we're going to keep this as an idea. I bought a Halloween set, so I don't need spiders. That's very pretty, but not quite the vibe I'm going for. That's pretty. Oh, I love Harlequins. We could do black. That's a thought. So these are called Eclectic Elements. And they're from Free Spirit Fabric. All right, we're going to put that over there. And then we have, oh gosh, that's cool. Oh my. Okay, well, I guess it's going to depend on what we do for the front. And then we have one that's more Halloween. So those are those ones. And I think I got these at Simon Says Stamps. They'll sell smaller cuts. And I'm not putting them away. We're going to be using the fabric later on. And then Seth Apter came out with, let's see, what is this? This is also Tim Holtz. So these are going to be skinnier ones. That's a little busy for what I'm thinking. That's pretty. Pretty. Okay. I mean, like for the right project, we're going to be using some of these, not to fret. But I just don't think this kind of twee look is for this project. See, I bought all this fabric and I didn't know what I was going to use it for. And then come to find out that I needed it. All right, so this is more Halloween, but they send you, oh, there's another one of those if we need it, and another one of the black. But see, this is a different, nope, that's the same. Okay, so this is really similar to those. So we have extras if we need them. I'm sure I bought them over 2 years. And then I thought this was really cool. I got this from Seth Apter. I got some paper artsy things that we've used in other projects. And then I got Free Spirit Fabric half cut printed. Oh, I just got one of these. Yes, I just got one piece of this, right? Whew, I was like, Jesus, he sent too much. But okay, now we also have like a Christmassy look. Let's see if any of these jump out at us. Ooh, look at that. That's pretty. Bing. Ooh, that's kind of sort of beautiful. And I love with Tim Holtz's stuff. Oh, I love that too. Because she's very The gal whose book this is very eclectic, and she grew up in the, and then the other half is that. Okay, so I think I am going to go with this for the inside because I know I have another piece if I need it. And I'm going to go with Seth Apter's for the outside because it's the only one that's big enough. There you go. Okay, but it's a ½ yard, so we have plenty here. So let's think about this. We need to go over the edges. So we're going to cut, and if I have no extra, if I have extra, it's no bother because I have other stuff I'm going to be using fabric for in this journal. Sorry if you can't see me cutting this edge. Okay. So now this is an extra piece. That's still a nice big piece of fabric. So functionally it was what, $11.50 a yard, $12.50 a yard? Very pleased with my purchase. Okay, so now we're gonna get it so it's just bigger than the book. So there's the, sometimes I don't mind the fabric thingy being on there, but on this one, I don't want the fabric thingy to be on there. I don't sew, so I'm not totally familiar with what the fabric thingies are. I do watch Tula Pink on Instagram, and she has taught me a whole lot about fabric and fabric sales and how they decide when to do the launches and stuff. She's really awesome. I love her. Okay, so now we want it to flip over with a fair bit. And then it's got to wrap around because don't forget, we got to go over. I think I'm going to leave it as wide as it is and give myself lots of room to wrap it. And then we're going to come down here, and that's there, okay? We're going to come down here and cut off right about here. And it doesn't matter if these edges are straight because they're going to be covered. Okay. Whew. All right. All right. Now, what I'm going to do is get this right in the middle. Let's try to get it centered. And I am going to use Mod Podge. Oh, matte Mod Podge. That's just what I'm looking for. And I have a big jug of matte Mod Podge down to the bottom somewhere. Maybe I used it up. But I just keep my one little cup and then I refill it. All right, we need a brush. I've used this one for matte Mod Podge before. And I want this right up to the edges because I want it to be well adhered. And there is fabric Mod Podge and there is glossy Mod Podge. You wouldn't see it unless I decide to Mod Podge the outside. I'm just using Mod Podge on this project as glue. And Mod Podge has a fairly long open time, so I am not freaking out about having to get it on super, super quick, but I am freaking out about getting it to cover every little bit or there'll be bubbles, and I don't want bubbles. Okay, here we go. All right, we're gonna pull this over. Try to get it relatively straight and centered. Oh, that's not very far down. Oh, there we go. And I have to tell you, Mod Podge to me always feels like it's not gonna stick. Like, it feels like when you do the, like on this side, and I may have to come back in and re-glue, but I don't think so. Usually it can pull itself together. I'm going to sit here for a few minutes and smoosh it and add more glue, and I will be back. That feels like that's holding really, really well. Now we're gonna do this, and I'm gonna try to get a bunch of glue into the well here. And I did on the other side, I used a wee bit of Nuvo glue around the edge. And I think I will do the same in this well. If this is your first video with me, I shake. And it's not for any fancy reason or distressing reason. It's because all I do in my whole life is crafts and work on the computer. And so I use my wrists all the time, and they tend to get a little grumpy about it. Okay, let's get this flat and kind of stretched out here. I feel like the side closest to me, the well, is doing really well. I wonder if I didn't get enough glue there to hold that. I'm going to come back in. Oh, maybe there wasn't enough glue. Because I don't want to be messing around with this cover for the rest of our journal. I feel like this end is doing really, really well, but this end felt very not attached. I think what's happening is the fabric is soaking up the glue, and so I might have to use more glue than I use with paper, which is just something really good to know. One more side. All right, lots of glue on there. We're gonna pull this tight, and this cover is never gonna be flat or perfect because I'm using Bath and Body Works bags, and you may not be able to see or feel it, but there's the handles come down. So this is not a flat book project to start. Okay, I don't know if there was a top or a bottom to the book, or to the fabric. Now that I see this, I feel like I need to cut these pages down so I can turn at least a little bit. I'm going to take a break and let this glue sit here for a minute before I get going on the next set. Okay, I feel like that's good. Like I said, I think we need to cut down these pages on each end. There, so then I'll be able to pull that fabric around to attach it to there. So I'm going to do that, and I will be right back. Okay, there we go. We got all the pages cut off. And now I was thinking about you while you were gone. And if you're the kind of gal that just had a nervous breakdown because I hacked off pieces of my journal, try to think about why you care. It's a bag, right? It's a paper bag, and it is old pieces of paper that I already made, and nothing's gonna happen. Like, there's nothing bad that's gonna happen. I promise you. All right, so the next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna cut here so we can make this little spine part smaller. I need my snips. Not those, these. Tim Holtz snips are super, super sharp. Super sharp. And we're gonna come in here, and there's a pleat because we got so good into that channel. And now we're gonna have could have maybe done that a little bit longer, but that's no problem. That little piece of stuff, I'm not keeping that. All right, let's come over here. The same thing over here. I gotta be able to see my binding though. Or my spine. And then we're gonna make this nice and short so we can curl that up. And I haven't 100% figured out yet, besides the giraffe on the spine, what we're gonna be doing. That should be fun to think about. Garbage. All right, I'm gonna flip this little guy up and do this and go around and do the other one, and then we can do the big parts. Does that go in? Nope, that doesn't go all the way in. Hang on, hang on. We gotta get it all the way in there. So that's there. Let's flip this around and do the other side. Come on. I think maybe there's a better, timeline we could have done this on, where I did the the front or the cloth cover first, but I wasn't sure I was going to do anything on the cover. It might have just stayed a or a Bath and Body Works branding. And you know what? Everything will be fine. All will be well. All right, so now we can do these parts. So the first thing I have to do is cut up to my handles. I was thinking that, do we need, I don't really want to cut holes in it because I don't want gaps in the thing. I may just have to hold this a wee bit longer to get this to stick, but because it's fabric, it's more pliable than paper, right? So I can maybe spread it a teeny bit wider, stretch it, and I'm gonna give this a second to sit there. Okay, so what we're gonna do now is we're gonna make a tight corner. Boop. And I'm pulling that pretty tight. And we're going to hold this for a second. And then we're going to turn this. And we're going to make another tight corner. Oh, I don't think I got the glue far enough up, but that's fine. We'll come back in. It's already just starting not to look like a Bath and Body Works bag. All right, let's give everything a second to get stuck down. All right, I'm going to put some glue in here so it glues to itself, and then glue over here. Like that, and then flip this up. And flatten it down. And we hold. Okay. Nicely done me. I'm going to put a little bit of glue right in here to help hold that corner tight. And we're going to do the same thing in here. Glue in here. Glue under here. And then glue over here. And I'm hoping we can pull it around pretty good, huh? There's just one little spot where you can see the Bath and Body Works bag. Put a little bit more. There's a lot of glue. That's not going to come undone. Let's just put it that way. Okay, so I'm going to go back around and do all that to all the other corners, and I shall be right back. Okay. Whew. Now, what we need is two sheets of deli paper, because we're going to go ahead and wait for that to at least dry a little bit before we do the front and back cover inserts. But in the meantime, we're going to glue some stuff down. And I'm using the wax paper because it won't stick to the glue. All right, so we don't really know what's going to go on this inside cover yet. Oh, we do. We just don't have it done. Okay, let's do, I'm not done with Mod Podge yet. Okay, so this is the first one. I'm going to glue him a little offset to the right because I don't really like plopping things down right in the middle, because then you have to manage, is everything, equal, blah, blah, blah. So we're going to put him right there. And as I said, I went ahead and distressed all the edges. Let's see, is there anything in here? This is supposed to be something, isn't it? What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? Is he going to show up in here? So if we're doing a flippy here, I would rather have her in here and him over here. And I would like to get as much of this. Oh, look, there's a curtain like we're gonna do on our flippy outy page. That is where I got the idea for it. Okay, here we go. Here we go. And this will be so much nicer to work with once the pages are stuck down, or the papers are stuck down to the pages. Because right now, as you can tell, I'm fighting every single thing I touch ever. All right, that looks pretty. Let's do this one. I can't really cut. Well, I'm going to have to cut. I can't cut off his snooty, so we're gonna have to, I was trying to keep the circus girl, but that ain't gonna work, and we're cutting off a horse's head. Don't get too attached to anything, because there's just sometimes when there's nothing you can do about it, right? I want to have, well, it's going to be one of the flippy pages. One of the flippy pages is going to have a whole bunch of dangles coming down from it. It's going to be so pretty. I am super excited about this journal. It's cute. All right, what do we got next? Ooh, this. Sweet. Okay, he's not going to be a tuck spot because I didn't put him on mixed media paper. He's just going to be a little giraffe over here. And I don't remember if I told you, but I feel like my gal in the circus was in charge of, she was like one of the performers, but her job behind the scenes was to take care of the giraffes, because she has lots of giraffes in her pictures and her stuff. There we go. And then this is a tuck spot, because I put it on backed on mixed media paper. So I'm just going to not glue the middle, just around the edges. And if need be, I can come in later and staple it down. Okay, what's this one? That's the ringmaster. He could be her father. I don't know. We can't know all the things about her because this is her journal, not my journal. So I'm sure there will be some secrets that have faded away in the passage of time. Now, these ones that just fit on the page or have a little border, I don't worry about offsetting those. Okay, so now we have this elefante, and he's too big. So we're gonna have this come up to right there, like kind of across here. This is a big old tag from the circus. Free printables. Did I mention these are all, the ones we're using today are all free printables available on my website, and there will be a link in the description for you. All right, so now look how cute this is. I don't like that mushroom. I'm gonna put, or do I want to put it over here? I want to put it over here, and the little frog head sticks out from it. We'll cover up that mushroom later. I'm going right to the edge. This was from Dark Academia. Oh gosh, I got glue on them. Imagine that, my hands are covered in glue. All right, and then I want to put a tab out here. Who's on the back? So we can put a tab anywhere we want. Like right there. I tend to not like my tabs to stick up the top because then I smash them. I don't have good tab maintenance. And as we know, the pages are slightly skinnier than the the cover, so they'll have a little bit of protection, right? Right. Okay, excellent. Good job, me. This is a flippy outie. Oh, I know what this is. This is going to be this scene. I thought I was going to use that train, but I don't love it. But what I do love is, I think I'm going to do this. So this goes first. I'm going to put these on first. And this is from the Railroad and Transportation set. So if you're doing something for men or boys, this could be a good one to pick up. For free on my website. And then this one's going here, so you can still tell what they are. Pink, cute. And then this is going across the bottom. And it's just the right size. And I do think, well, I won't glue it all down, but it's kind of loosey-goosey. If I wanted it really to truly be a tuck spot, I probably should have put it on mixed media paper, but maybe we'll tuck something behind it later and be happy we had that ability. Okay. And this is going to be a flippy over page, so when you flip it, there's going to be a hole cut in here with something on it, and when you flip it, you'll see him framed. This is my favorite. This is my other flippy outie page. Let's just put those together. Then I only have one thing hooked together. All right, this gal's gonna come in here. Does she fit now that I cut the pages down? I'm gonna put her right in the middle, and if need be, I'll cut off a little bit of the top and the bottom of her. And I think I will need to, because I gave my pages a haircut so I could do the cover, which is fine. And you probably can see better if she's fitting on there right than I can. Okay, there we go. All right, what's this? Oh, him. He's our friend. I think he was gonna go. He might be her grandfather. What do you think? Oh. And then this. And this is a snippet. The reason why I love these is because you can get all the goodness of having layers, but it comes with all those things. I'm going to put this one over here. His little snooties right. Nobody's going to know it, but his little snooties right on the Eiffel Tower. All right, here's Grandma. Does she fit? Oh, she fits. She just fits, huh? All righty, all righty. And this page is super crooked, so I am going to put her on this side straight, up and down to the book, and then I can cut off. See, there's just a teeny bit. Oh, I don't even know if I need to cut that off because oh, no, this isn't the back. All right, so I'm going to put a extra layer right here with this, I think. Boy, that's really, or does this go here? No. All right, we're going to keep this. I'm not exactly sure where that's supposed to go. Oh, this is another lady. And so do these go together? No. I think this goes with this tag. I think I want it to go this way. All right. We'll put her up there because she's the back cover. So later on when you're yelling at me and I'm like, what goes on the back cover? You can go, it's that thing, that lady with the frame. When I'm editing my videos, I'm like, oh my gosh, the girls were yelling, it's over there, it's over there. All right, yay. So we got all that done. See how the wax paper didn't let it get stuck. So now the only thing we have to do today left, because we're not going to be able to do anything else. This book is juicy wet. All right, so I'm just going to cut. Is this even Steven? Let's see if it's even Steven. That's even Steven. And this one I do want more straight than not, because look at that. Okay, so let's pull it in a teeny bit. I feel like it kicked out a little bit over here. And I'm not going to worry about that. And if you care about things, you could iron. You could unfray the edges. There are so many extra things you could do if you so desire. Okay, here we go. And I want it to go to about here. Oh my goodness, you guys, how cute is this? I really cut that poorly. Good Lord me. I would say I shouldn't drink in the afternoon, but I'm sober. I had some eggnog with just eggnog. All right. So now we're gonna put a bunch of glue on here. If your brush gets full of Mod Podge and you think you can't get it off, just use isopropyl alcohol, stick it in there, just leave it overnight, and the isopropyl alcohol will melt the glue. If you don't have isopropyl alcohol, you might try hydrogen peroxide, but I don't know about that for, I don't think it works on acrylic paint. Isopropyl alcohol melts acrylic paint too, so if you have a brush that has acrylic paint in it, for sure that will help. All right, we can bunch that up a little bit. Oh, that just is so pretty. I love it. I couldn't love that more. Oh, you know what I do have? Somewhere around here, I have Dina Wakley plain tape. Maybe we could make our own fabric tape. Oops. All right, we're gonna stick, this is our other flippy outie. We're gonna stick all those together. They can hang out together. I got rid of almost all the paper clips. So with this one, I'm functionally just trying to cover the Bath and Body Works logo. We'll use tape, fabric tape, regular tape, washi tape, some kind of tape, paint. We could use paint to cover up parts we don't like. But we are so early in the process, I am not even going to worry about things like what are we going to do next, because I kind of want that part to look, because we have about 1,000 steps between here and there, right? All right. Yay, how fun was that? I had a great time with you today. So I am going to put my wax paper in here. I'm going to leave this to set. I'm going to wash my brush, clean up my little area over here, and close my glue, and we are done for the day, because we have to let all that glue cure. And if you're in a an arid place, it'll take less time for it to dry, but I'm in Florida and it's raining, so instead of it being 90% humidity, it's probably like 98% humidity. It takes forever for anything to dry. So hopefully that helps. Tara Jacobson, Artsy Fartsy Life.